Alright, I'm going to be splitting some wood. Not really going to be able to tell you too much about it other than you just watch it. I'm going to start this up and then I'll do a lot more talking. Remember, safety first. Always wear hearing protection, eye protection. I wear gloves. You should wear gloves. And also make sure you have some steel toe boots on. I've had this Huskee 35-ton log splitter for I think about 18 years now. And been a good machine. Just had to replace the seals on it and got it running pretty good. I'm splitting mostly redwood right now that I got from a friend of the family's, and he took out about 37 trees and he's given me all the wood, so I was very happy to get this and split that. I love burning pine in my wood burner. As long as you have an outdoor wood burner, you can burn pine. But I wouldn't recommend burning it because of the creosote inside build up on your chimney and you get a chimney fire. I also have some white pine in here I got from my dad's house. A storm took down a couple of big trees, and if you watch any of my other videos on my channel, you'll see that Don cut those down, and so I got that to split too. I love burning oak also, which I've got a ton of that coming this summer to split. So that's going to be quite the chore. I split anywhere from 12 to 15 full cords a year. That's what it takes to burn, get me through the winter. Michigan winters being about 6-7 months burning. This has been a pretty warm winter for us, so I haven't gone through as much. In fact, this is the earliest I've seen all the trees started to bud out in the beginning of April here, and you can see the bushes behind me. They already are turning green. That's a pretty good sign. A lot of times my dad and stepmother will come over and help me stack the wood, or I should say they stack all the wood for me. But right now I'm just going to be cutting or splitting this and putting it right in front of the wood burner. That way I can burn it all up right now. This wood splits pretty good. Some wood you get a lot of knots in it, and then I have my hatchet, and that comes in real handy. But with this wood it splits pretty good, and I don't have to worry about that so much. I have a Woodmaster wood stove, and it takes about 110 gallons of water and heats it up, and I have a pump on the back. Pump it about 85 feet to my house and goes under the kitchen and warms the floor pretty nice there. And then I have it going to my water heater, and it heats the water as it goes into my water heater, then goes into a basically a radiator, and uses the forced air, blows through the radiator and heats my house, and then the water cycles back out, and continuous loop, and it does really well all winter. I put an average of about 60 to 80 logs, split logs in a day. Probably about 15 to 20 per time I go out to the wood stove, and about 3 or 4 times a day, every 6 to 8 hours. This log splitter came with the option to get either a Briggs & Stratton motor or a Honda, and after reading the reviews, I decided on the Briggs & Stratton because the Honda, when splitting it in the vertical position, when you have large logs to split, put it in the vertical, and the exhaust was right in your face with the Honda, whereas the Briggs & Stratton, the exhaust was on the other side, so that's why I chose that. If you're watching this video, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and give me a comment, especially if you want to see something else or you want to know something else about the process or the log splitter or anything that I didn't cover, and I will respond to you. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel. I will be doing a variety of things. I like to play guitar, so I have a lot of that, and to do a lot of tree work, cutting trees down, and of course splitting the wood. So go ahead and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see anything pertaining to those subjects. Gonna speed things up a bit here so I can get done quicker. I love spending time splitting, especially on a nice day like today. But I'm gonna have to go in and get some lunch. All this work is building me up an appetite. This log has some handles on it, so I like to use those. I gotta adjust this. Sometimes they don't sit exactly right. You have to find a perfect position for it to split. Now, sometimes the logs don't exactly fit in there, so I'm gonna do a little log hack that I found works pretty good, as long as you have some wood that's cooperative. And this stuff's pretty light and easy to go right through, so that's my log hack there. Thanks again for watching, and hit like and subscribe.